Gold and silver both traded in range throughout the day yesterday, neither willing to break on the downside nor willing to go or rise on the upside. So, which position you should take today in order to profit? We will see with the help of charts and indicators. First, we'll look into gold, followed with silver. Watch till the end and do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Do not forget to press the bell icon. The next update on gold will be released precisely almost 10 hours from now. Do watch that also. Let's start. And first, we'll look into the hourly charts of gold. See, on the hourly charts of gold, you can clearly see 1920 levels giving it a very good support. It is willing to break below 1920, and at the same time lower highs are seen. So this is a narrowing triangle. It needs to squeeze out, it needs to break out of this zone in order to decide a direction. Certainly below 1920 you can expect little more drop, might take it for 1915, 1910, and below that a good drop can be expected. So see, you can double the bottom here, then a little retracement 1935 levels, and now again looking downward. See, yes, it has created a base here at 1920 levels. So yes, I will wait for it to break out below these levels. If you look at the directional movement crossing over for a sell, the stochastic has seen a modest rise, now looking downwards. The MACD is trying to cross over for a bullish move, but it is trading with very little divergence and the bullishness is not there. The RSI is looking downwards here. And if you look at the 2-hour charts, on the 2-hour charts, similar is the observation. One more observation is, see, till here it was trading more or less sideways, but certainly now lower highs are shown, indicating more downward pressure and less of bullishness. That is what I can see, and hence one need to wait for it to break out. Right now it is trading with a slightly bearish bias. It will, if it breaks below 1920, that will be a good level for it to decide a direction, at least till 1915 and 1910 levels. Directional movement here not indicative of anything. Stochastic rising from the bottom. The MACD is also trading in a sell side, trying to cross over for the buys. RSI looking down. And if you look at the 3-hour chart, similar is the observation. And if you connect the dots on the 3-hour charts, you can find for the day 1927, 28 levels certainly be a good level beyond which you can try to initiate a buy for 1930, 32 and 35 levels. Only above 35, see 1935 multiple candles giving it a very strong resistance on the upside. So 1920, 1935, it has to come out of this box in order to decide a good clear direction. You can buy today's 1928. However, remember 1930, 32, 35 till here, do not consider this as a breakout, and it can again reverse because more or less it is trading sideways. So be cautious till 1935 levels if you are taking a long entry at 1928. Directional movement is moderately bearish, stochastic at bottom. The MACD is willing to converge, crossover for a little bullish move here. The RSI is also trading comfortable with slight bearish bias right now. And if you look at the 4-hour chart, on the 4-hour charts also more or less similar. The observation, see 3 red candles, 1 green candle with a long wick on the upside. There is a downward push on every candle which you can see, but at the same time look at these two red candles. You can see 1920, it is not willing to break past by, and we can see a little upward push here. So more or less same observation, trying to trade in range. This is a greener candle on the 4-hour charts, and particularly I will wait for the next candle. Once it trades above 1928, certainly you can expect 1932-35 levels, and if it trades above 1935, the target is still towards 19. See, it has to break above 1940, then we can see the next target is 1945-50, and this is a very good strong resistance zone. I have been telling this for long now. 1940, 1950 levels. Now possibly it can touch it for once, maybe with the news, but be cautious, it can erase all the gains and drop again because it is overbought. Now see, the directional movement is bearish, trying to converge, crossover for a bullish move. Stochastic at bottom. The MACD is willing to converge, crossover for the buy entry here, and it is trading below zero levels, which means probably the bullishness might take it or lift it a little up. The RSI is trying to look upwards here on the 4-hour charts. That is why we can see a little green candle there. Now look at the daily chart. Also on the daily charts, higher lows and almost flat top or a little lower high we can see here. Yes, this candle is trying to trade in green, and if it continues to trade above 1928, it can again try to give lower highs, means 1934, 35 levels can get achieved. That is one part to it. At the same time, trading below 1920, remember it will leave a long wick on the upside, which means the downside can be equally strong, which might take it for 1915, 1910 levels, which are definitely good support there. The directional movement is moderately bullish. Stochastic scene is dropping. The MACD is divergent in bear, and the RSI, which was trading overbought, has now come down. Now, if you look at the daily charts, also see more or less this zone is complete. Now, this candle is reversed, or the symmetrical candle can be seen like this. Now, I'll be looking forward to this candle, if not today, possibly by tomorrow. But once it drops below 1915, you can expect that we may see a little drop, which might in fact take it till towards 1900 levels. Also, if you look at the daily charts, you will find it is trading in this bullish channel. It has to break below 1920, 1915 levels. Then we can confirm that it is trying to break on the downside, and then the downside can be pretty strong. Hence, what I will suggest is those who are taking a buy entry at 1928 should remain very cautious on the upside. The upside, I think, is limited. However, these are markets, it can take any which ways. That yes, you can buy at 1928. However, I will recommend you to trade with the trailing stop loss if you are taking a buy entry till 1935. Very strong resistance exists. Any point of time it can reverse. Keep a $2 trailing stop loss beyond 1935, 1937, 1940. And only if it trades above 1940, we can see there could be a little more bullishness, which might take it for 1945, 50, and beyond that, sky is the limit. And on the downside, once it drops below 1920, you can sell and expect it to drop till towards 1915. And in fact, we may see it dropping sharply to for 1910 and 1900 levels also. If this time it sustains above 1915, 1910 levels, certainly more bearishness and more downward pressure may prevail, which might take gold till towards 1880, 1870 levels also. See, so trade accordingly, trade with a stop loss, trade with a trailing stop loss. Now, let's have a look at silver. And yes, before we proceed, if you want to learn the art of trading profitably, you should join my mentorship batch. The 19th mentorship batch is starting on 6th of February. Do not miss this opportunity. After that, the next batch is in March. So reach out to me for more details. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. Now look at the hourly chart for silver. 2380 is standing like a wall, and 2360 and 2355 levels. Yesterday I told you to sell at 2355. This is pretty much a very strong resistance zone. Now once it drops below 2355, you can still expect 2350 and 2340. These are two very strong support levels. Below 2340, directly we may see it landing till towards 2320 levels. So these two are very definitely strong support levels. On the upside, you can see this. Now look at the hourly charts more closely. 2355, very strong support. It has seen a little rise but failed to go past 2370 levels. So you can buy. However, remember till 2380 it has got very strong resistance, and only if silver trades about 2380, you can buy it for $24 levels. Directional movement is moderately bullish. Stochastic has seen a little retracement trying to look downwards. The MACD is willing to cross over for the greenery there, but right now it is not willing to decide a direction. The RSI is trying to look downwards, showing little bearishness here. And if you look at the 2-hour charts, similar observation on the 2-hour charts. And but look at this, it is trying to skew a little downside here. The lower highs, which we can see, it means there is a little downward pressure, but at the same time the support levels at 2355 very strong, below which you can expect 2350 and 40 levels. Till 2340, silver has extremely good support. And see what it is trying to do on the near term charts is a little head and shoulders formation. Possibly once it draws on the downside below 2320, you can further expect a sharper drop there. Directional movement not indicative of anything. Stochastic at bottom trying to rise a bit. MACD not indicative of anything. RSI trying to look downwards here, showing little bearishness. Now look at 3-hour charts. On the 3-hour charts also similar observation. More or less it is in consolidation zone, and let it break out either which ways above 2370 or below 2355 for this 15 cents. Do not trade silver. And yes, if it trades about 2370, we can expect 2380 75 and 80. 2380 is the extremely good resistance. Those who want to trade safe should wait for 2380 to be breached, and then you can expect 2391, 2390 and 24 levels as the next resistance. On the downside below 2355 till 2340 it has got very good resistance, and it means that it can reverse any point of time again on the upside. However, below 2355, yes, you can confirm that it is trying to take a decisive move and it is trying to take a further drop. So 2340 should come to the rescue, and below that further drop can be seen. Directional movement moderately bearish, stochastic rising here. The MACD is in red trying to converge crossover. The RSI is trying to look down. And if you look at the 4-hour chart, similar observation on the 4-hour charts. Higher highs, higher lows are seen on last couple or 3 candles. Yes, the downside is limited. It is willing not to break below, because if it breaks, certainly it will bring more bears there. And it is trading with caution in this zone. A good move about 2370, 2375 is the next, and 2380 is the next, and above which you can confirm that it is trying to rise. Directional movement is bearish, trying to converge. A stochastic is at bottom. The MACD is in red. The RSI is trying to look upwards, and this is one green candle which is giving it a little hope for it to rise. Now look at the daily chart. On the daily charts, look at yesterday's candle, and I told you 2355, 2380 levels. I told you very clearly this is a good resistance zone. It precisely traded within this zone. Now look at today's candle. It is started with a little tail on the downside and now trying to move up, however getting a little resistance on the upside as well. So probably today also we may see it consolidating a bit. Yes, if you see it trading below 2350 levels, 2355 levels, yes, you can expect a little drop below that. Expect 2350, 2340 levels. Very strong support at 2340 and 2320. Just below that a good drop can be expected. Directional movement is bearish. Stochastic is seen dropping. The MACD is divergent and bearish. The RSI is trading flat. Considering this, for the day you can sell silver at 2355, buy at 2370. However, I will not confirm. Rather, you can say buy at 2380 itself. Those who want to risk a little can buy at 2370. Expect 75 and 80 as the next resistance zone, and believe me, it can reverse any point of time. It cannot. Possibly only and only if you see it trading about 2380, that should be a sign of a reversal or little rise, where you can expect it to hit $24 levels very soon. And on the downside below 2340, only little more bearishness can be expected. Till the time you have to trail your stop losses. Then once it drops below 2320, certainly more bearishness can be seen. Take your trades accordingly. Trade with a stop loss. Trade with a trailing stop loss. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Do not forget to press the bell icon. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading day ahead. Join my signals group. Join my mentorship batch. Reach out to me for more details. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. Thank you.